Hello, Texas Fried Disney Family. It's about that time to start another beautiful show of the Texas Fried Disney Show. So it has officially been a month and a half since we returned from Disney World, and it's time for us to knock off this hiatus and get back to business. So today I'm going to go over my tips and things that I learned about Disney Plus and the lightning lanes. So let's get it kicked off, shall we? All right. So it is January 15th, 2020. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. And really, let's get on into it, shall we? So, my top tips for Disney Genie Plus and the Lightning Lanes. Um, First of all, you have to figure out if you need to purchase Disney Genie Plus for the day you are at the parks. Um, as we all know, it is required to have a reservation for the parks. And when you purchase tickets to go to the parks, you have to also make a reservation. And on top of that, now we must look into Disney Genie Plus uh, the days that you are actually at the parks. So Disney Genie Plus is a service available for purchase before your visit. And sorry guys, let's go back. Ay, Dios mío. Um, Disney Genie Plus is a service that is available for purchase before your visit as an add-on with new tickets or vacation package purchases. Sorry, purchases. They may be available as a single day purchase for existing ticket holders through the Disneyland or Disney World app on the day of your park visit. So, um, we bought our park tickets and learned that we had to purchase Disney Plus each day for each family member who wanted to go to the parks and utilize Disney Genie Plus. And I'll go over, but Disney Genie Plus is the replacement for fast passes, and lightning lanes are attached to Disney Plus. So we were purchasing park tickets as well as Disney Genie Plus. The easiest way to figure out if you need to purchase Disney Genie Plus for a certain day is to first of all wake up as early as you can, and you go to your My Disney app and to your Disney Genie tab within the app, and you will see at the very top, it'll show you what the day is, and it'll also have a space right below it that says Disney Genie Plus and purchase for today. So on January 11th, when I took the screenshot, Disney Genie Plus cost $15 per guest on that day. And that's the easiest way to figure out if you've purchased it already, because if you have, that offer will not be there. Now, uh, I was a little thrown off by this, but by the third or fourth day, we got it down. How much does the Genie Plus cost? In addition to getting all of the great features that come with the complimentary Disney Genie service, purchasing Disney Genie Plus service offers even more convenience and flexibility, starting at $25 a day. Now, mind you, this is $25 a day per ticket per day. Prices and availability vary by date. So in our experience, I noticed that I was not allowed to purchase the Disney Genie Plus until the park was actually open that day. So if Magic Kingdom opened at 9 o'clock, we were not allowed to purchase Disney Genie Plus for myself, Darnell, Evan, and Ivy until that morning at 9 o'clock. Although the website says costs vary per day, we found that, yes, they do vary per day, but on average, our cost was about $17 per day per person. And that all varies on the time of year, the amount of reservations they have in the park, which park you visit on that day. Um, so what you really need to do is familiarize yourself with the Disney Genie tab in the app. So when you go to click on the Disney Genie tab, it'll bring up your tip board and then your day at the very top. It'll show you what the day is. It should link up what reservation you have for the park. And then it also shows you the available rides that are open, the times that they are offering lightning lanes, and things like that. You can also look and book reservations for meals. And if you, it's nice to have it. You fill out a little survey at the beginning of your trip of which rides and which dining experiences you want to prioritize, and it does help highlight those at this list. So I'm just going through showing you what attractions are available and what dining is available. Um, since we don't have any reservations, the My tab doesn't work, but the tip board does. The tip board is constantly open and showing you updates. So the My Disney Genie Plus is a unique service which I like, and the fact that the Disney Genie is free. Clicking on the Disney Genie tab is free in your app, and it does lay out things. It lays out the experiences that are in the park that you are going to. It shows you wait times. It can help you reserve dining. It can also help on your schedule. If you have things that are already purchased or reserved, it'll highlight it for you. Going forward, it's a little confusing. So when you click on the My Disney Genie Plus service inside the Genie tab of your app, it'll show you, like if I go in there right now today, it has the whole thing listed still because once you set it up in the My Disney Experience app that you want to be able to help plan things for your party, it stays there. So since none of us have tickets that are valid right now, unfortunately, when I clicked on the Disney Genie Plus service, it shows this message that the guest does not have a valid park admission, which is true. But you need to get yourself familiar with this. You need to understand that Disney Genie Plus has to be purchased for each party member who you want to make Lightning Lane reservations for. And I stress the Lightning Lane reservations because this is replacing the fast passes that we were using in the My Disney Experience app. But I focused and summarized that the Disney Genie Plus service was to coordinate and plan and reserve lightning lanes for myself, my family, and our party members. And you do have to purchase Disney Genie Plus, which isn't required. You can always stand in standby lanes. You can also purchase lightning lane reservations a la carte, but I'll get to that later. But you can purchase Genie Plus for other party members per day. But that's something that we had to figure out the first day. I realized that I can, let's say my niece wanted to go ride rides with us. She had not purchased the Disney Genie Plus service that morning. I was allowed through the app to go through, select her name, and purchase it for her. And I was also able to plan and reserve lightning lanes for her, purchase lightning lanes for her, and I did not have to purchase for the whole party. I could purchase for individuals, which really came in helpful because we've talked in previous videos often about how the four of us are riders and we do ride as many rides as we can as often as we can. And it's been helpful when we have nieces and nephews and aunts and uncles and best friends along who we need to purchase or get on the rides with us. So that was a little bit of a misunderstanding at the very beginning, but I did understand that you can purchase for other people who have active park tickets for that day. If they don't already have the Disney Genie Plus package, you can purchase it for them. Now that we've looked through quick tips about how to figure out if you have the Disney Genie Plus purchase for a certain day and what it looks like on the app, let's talk about the lightning lane. So lightning lanes are here and they have taken over fast passes. There's a lot of heated debates about them. But excuse me. So lightning lanes are very much the same as fast passes. You obtain a lightning lane and you are given a window of time to use that lightning lane. The lightning lane passes all are done electronically through the app or through the My Disney Experience website, and they all link up to your magic band. They most lightning lane selections are included in the Disney Genie Plus purchase. However, some of the most popular are an additional fee. Now, what that means is, so I bought my park ticket, and then I made my reservation for that park I want to go to. Let's say Magic Kingdom, which is what we usually do very first day of each trip. Um, so I bought my park ticket the morning of. I have gone into the app and I have purchased the Disney Genie Plus service for myself for that day. Now, unfortunately, there are certain rides, certain experiences that are an additional cost to that. So I've spent $100+ on a park ticket, and I've spent roughly $17 on the Disney Genie Plus service. And now I'm looking at purchasing another fee, paying another fee for the Lightning Lane Plus. And as you would expect, the additional costs for Lightning Lanes are for the very, very, very popular rides. Um, They don't lump them all together like they used to do it in the fast passes. So guests do not need to purchase Disney Genie Plus services to make purchases of individual or a la carte Lightning Lane entrance selections. So what that's saying is that I don't have to pay the $17 per day for the Disney Genie Plus, and I don't have to then turn around and pay an additional dollar amount for the popular rides. What this is saying is that I can bypass purchasing Disney Genie Plus and purchase straight up Lightning Lanes. Um, I'll explain in a minute why I don't think that's smart. Of course, it all adds up and it gets to be expensive, but I'll explain. I mean, honestly, I think it's part of the experience to have both because it gives you fast passes for the regular rides, which are not like top tiers that you have to pay additional money for. Um, and purchasing the top tier lightning lanes is what I recommend because it lets you get on the rides when you need to, as much as you want. Well, as per purchase. So, lightning lane entry selections. Da, da, da. Okay, sorry. Um, so the individual a la carte lightning lane selections are for attractions that are not offered through the Disney Genie Plus service. That is speaking in regards to the high demand popular ride. Um, so like for instance, I got this off all this very smart information is from Disney World's website. Let me just preface that. So at oh, I went too far. Here we go. Um, here we go. Sorry, guys. So Ma- Magic Kingdom is the first stop for our family every single trip. And in my experience this year, we purchased a ticket for Magic Kingdom. I made a reservation first to go to Magic Kingdom. I then purchased the Disney Genie Plus service that morning when Magic Kingdom was open. And when we got there, this was pretty true uh, par for course. So the Lightning Lane experiences offered through the Disney Genie Plus service were things like Big Thunder Mountain, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, It's a Small World, The Jungle Cruise, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, The Brainstormer. Excuse me, The Barnstormer. Sorry. Um, but the super popular ride, which they only list one right now on the website, is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That was an additional fee for us to pay to obtain the Lightning Lane Plus for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I believe it was $15 per person. So I purchased a park ticket. I purchased a Disney Genie Plus service per day per person in our party. So there's four of us in our family. And I purchased for all four of us, which gave us access to all of these experiences. Um, it gave us lightning lane opportunities for all of these experiences. And I had to pay extra for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train Lightning Lane Plus because it is a popular experience and the regular Disney Genie Plus Lightning Lane was not available. So they blocked it out and it only gave you an option to purchase the Lightning Lane Plus. It did not give me an option to just say, oh, hey, I want to use Lightning Lane like a regular Fast Pass and select it and go wait in like a Lightning Lane line. No, you had to purchase the Lightning Lane Plus for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's very confusing, but once you familiarize yourself with the rides, with the cost, with the reservations. Once you wrap your head around that, you'll understand that the high traffic, high popularity rides like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, the Yeti in Animal Kingdom, Tower of Terror, Aerosmith, and um, oh gosh, what am I thinking? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. These are all high ticket items. I'm going to call them high ticket items. Those are the Lightning Lane Plus experiences that I recommend purchasing. I recommend purchasing them all, but you'll understand once you go there and experience it. So there is the regular standby line on all rides still. So you can go and wait the 3 hours to get onto Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Magic Kingdom. Or you can purchase a la carte the Lightning Lane Plus, which is about $15 in our experience per person to skip the line, just like you do in Fast Passes, and get to ride the ride. So Lightning Lanes are similar in theory to Fast Passes. You have 1 hour to use that Lightning Lane once you obtain it. Uh, what I mean by that is that I may get a Lightning Lane pass for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I may pay that $15 additional for that Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but the window of time that I'm assigned to use that may not be until 4:05 to 5:05 p.m. on my first day, on my first visit. With fast passes, I did not have to purchase high. Uh, um, I did not have to purchase or pay extra money to ride fast passes for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And the time that I was assigned the fast pass was a lot earlier. What I mean by that is that we would hit Magic Kingdom at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I would be able to line up three fast passes, one at 9:15, and that 9:15 window is open until 10:15. I would line up a second one, which would be at like 9:45. So that window is open from 9:45 to 10:45. And then a third one, I would line up probably around 10:30, and that would be open from 10:30 to 11:30. Um, but the availability for me to get those fast passes were much sooner in the day than I'm noticing with lightning lanes. With the lightning lanes, when I would log on for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, even though I'm logging on at 9 o'clock in the morning, a lightning lane was not available for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train until maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I would go ahead and get it. I would purchase it, go ahead and get it, but then I would have to figure out what to do in the meantime, as opposed to fast passes where I would immediately get fast passes and get started. Um, and the time selection for these lightning lanes are not as convenient as the fast passes were. Fast passes seem to open up and were available at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was first come, first serve in their system. So I was able to knock out three fast passes all by like 10:30 in the morning, as opposed to lightning lanes, where even though I'm paying additional money to get on these high popularity rides, the reservations that they are offering aren't available until 2, 3 in the afternoon. So this is kind of like a double-edged sword. I, we, I should say, the four of us were forced to slow down. Um, we were doing a lot more sightseeing. We were walking around a lot slower. We were shopping a lot more. We were taking our time, walking through, enjoying the sights, taking lots of pictures. We we were not as rushed because we knew that we didn't have the reservation for another hour or so. Um, I'm not sure. I don't remember, but there is a limit of lightning lanes that you can hit in one day. And I found that towards the end of our day, each day at the park, I would get a notification that I was not allowed to purchase or reserve any other lightning lanes because I hit my daily allowance. Now, leave that to what you will. I think I vaguely remember tapping out at like 7 or 8 lightning lanes a day. But when I got that error, I would refresh. I would close the app. I would refresh. I would try different things. We would kind of mosey around for a while. I would try again. And most of the time, I was able to get a lightning lane. So, in essence, the Disney Genie Plus and the Lightning Lane Plus was forcing my family to slow down, which is something that we spoke about in depth in previous videos that we wanted to slow down. I wanted to take more time. I wanted to enjoy the sights more, really take it in, as opposed to the frenzy that we would go through each time we hit the park. Each time we hit the park, we usually just I don't even know how to explain it, but we were in such a frenzy to get on so many rides and do so many things that we were just like bats out of hell running around the park. Well, now this past trip, we definitely were not. I had to be more strategic on which rides I would try to get. If I was in Tomorrowland, I would try to knock out as many as I could in Tomorrowland. If we were, let's say, if we were in Frontierland, I would try to get all my Frontierland rides out and scheduled within a certain time frame of the day. But on the other hand, we had plenty of time to walk around. If we did have to go from Tomorrowland to Frontierland back to Tomorrowland, that wasn't a problem. So, excuse me. All right. All in all, are lightning lanes as convenient as fast passes? No, they're not. There is the additional cost. There is the problem that I ran into that I was not allowed to edit lightning lanes that I obtained. I was ending up having to cancel a lot of lightning lanes, refresh my app, and then try to get new reservations at different times for the same ride. So if I wanted to ride Tower Terror and I saw a lightning lane available at 11:30 a.m., I would go ahead and grab it because in my mind it's better to have that there and we can work around it than not have it and have to stand in the standby line. Well, if I were to go into the app and try and modify that lightning lane to see if there was an earlier time so that I may be able to squeeze in Aerosmith right afterward, I wasn't allowed to. I had to cancel my lightning lane. Since we came home and within the last month and a half, Disney did announce that they allowed editing to happen of lightning lanes. So in that case, oh, excuse me, guys. So in that case, um, I will now be able to go in and edit the Tower Terror lightning lane to hopefully get an earlier time, as opposed to me having to cancel it and start all over. So that's nice. That's a step in the right direction. But that was not the case when we were there November 30th through December 8th. So, my recommendations right now is to designate one person per party, or maybe 2 or 3 people per party if you have a very large party like we did, to master the Genie Plus service. That same person is in charge of purchasing all the Disney Genie Pluses for each party member who wants to use them that day. What really came in very handy with me is that on the the My Disney Experience app, you can use Apple Pay for buying these Disney Genie Plus per day per member. And what I would do is that I would use the Apple Pay to pay for the four of us, and then my best friend would just send me Apple Pay. She would transfer me money through Apple Pay to pay for hers. So it was quick, it was immediate, and there was two instances when myself and my sister-in-law were trying to set up lightning lanes and Disney Genie Pluses for a day. And for some reason in the app, when it was processing our payment, the app closed. It dropped everything. So when we went back in the app to pull up our fast pass that we had just purchased, it wasn't there. But our card had been charged. So unfortunately we had to go through and purchase it again. Luckily, the initial purchase that charged us erroneously, even though the app shut down on us, that was refunded to us within, I think, 72 hours. Actually, it was a lot faster than that, but when we called customer service, I think that was the expectation they gave us, was that it would be refunded within 72 hours. So that was nice that they were aware. That seemed to be the workaround for them. They were refunding the money when they realized that it wasn't going through. So what I do recommend is having one person designated in the party who is in charge of doing the Disney Genie Plus every day, which means purchasing it for each person who is going to be using the lightning lanes and such. That person is also in charge of making sure that each party member who wants to use the lightning lane has that Disney Genie Plus available. And like I said, I usually purchase for the four of us and my best friend. But in the days when my niece may have wanted to go with us, I was able to purchase for her, and her mother and all my other family members were able to see that, hey, it's been purchased for her. We don't need to do that. So it does update in real time very quickly. So there's not double purchasing of the Disney Genie Plus or Lightning Lanes. And what I recommend, honestly, is to pay the extra cash for both the Disney Genie Plus per day and the high popularity, high demand Lightning Lanes. Meaning like the Seven Doors Mine Train, the Tower Terrors, the Aerosmith, the Yetis. Um, I'm saying this because the Disney Genie Plus service does give you the lightning lanes for all the regular rides. So the teacups, the oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Jungle Cruise, the Pirates of the Caribbean. Your Disney Genie Plus purchase per day does give you the chance and the capability to get fast passes, basically, or lightning lanes is what they're called, for those rides, the less popular rides. I do recommend, if you're a rider, you need to purchase the Lightning Lane Pluses for those more popular rides, for the Seven Doors Mine Train, for the Big Thunder Mountain, for the Splash Mountain, for the Tower of Terror, for the Aerosmith, for the Yetis. I recommend buying those because you're going to have to stand in the standby line if you do not. And I think we are all aware the standby line is ridiculously long, and I hate doing it. So that's the big skinny on Disney Genie Plus and the Lightning Lanes / Lightning Lane Plus. Do I wish they would bring back fast passes? Yes. Are they going to do it? I doubt it. They're making money on this. Let's all be real. Let's be realistic. This is a business. They are making money on it, hand over fist, because there are people like me and myself and my family who are going to be purchasing the Disney Genie Plus services plus the Lightning Lane Pluses. So they're getting us for easily $200 per day for the four of us, in addition to my ticket prices and the food I buy there and the merchandise I buy there and the drinks I buy there. So, in my opinion, are they going to change it in the future? No. But I do recommend, in lieu of not having fast passes, and if you're a rider, you really do need to purchase the Disney Genie Plus service per day, and you need to purchase the Lightning Lane Pluses for those high ticket items, those high ticket rides. Um, but that is my humble opinion, and it did take us a while, and it's very confusing if you're not used to it. Um, it's still confusing if you are used to it. I'm not saying I'm a Disney pro, but we've been on 5 or 6 trips now, and I feel like I got the hang of fast passes pretty quickly, and I was able to manipulate the system pretty quickly. But things happen, things change. So, um, last little bit of today's show. Let's see. Let me pull up our Disney news guide. So, uh, first is that Splash Mountain should be under refurbishment right now. Uh, as we know, I think we're all aware that Splash Mountain is being refurbished and rebranded as Tiana's Bayou. I'm very excited about this. Um, in my opinion, Splash Mountain is a fantastic ride, but nobody knows the storyline or the movie that is based off of. Nobody knows who Briar Hare is, or the Vultures, or where the song Zippity Doo Dah came out at. Nobody does. It's old. So I think that it is very important that they update, and I think that they've done a great job. And I'm very excited to ride on the new Splash Mountain once it's reopened. I think it reopens in April, which is a bummer because we are going back in March over spring break. So Tron, another update. Tron is going to be finished and reopened. I believe that's in April or May. So, boo, we're gonna miss that. We've been waiting for Tron for years, but you know, things happen. COVID happened, pushed everything back, and honestly, the construction has taken forever. I'm hoping that it's worth the wait. I think it's going to be worth the wait. But yeah, that's that. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to see. In Epcot, there are some big updates coming, which I think everybody is aware of. Um, the Journey of Water, which is inspired by Moana and Tafiti, uh, is coming to life. And when we left on December 8th, I think a couple of days later, there was an update that Tafiti was up, or you could really see Tafiti in Epcot in this area that is inspired by Moana. It's called Journey of Water. So I was bummed that I didn't get to see that because I think Moana is one of our top 10 favorite Disney movies. Uh, but hopefully there will be a lot of progress done by March when we go back. Let's see here. There is going to be a new restaurant opening in, excuse me, in Hollywood Studios in Toy Story Land. It's the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. So that's exciting. I'm excited to go eat there. I love barbecue. I love Toy Story. I'm excited. What else is happening? There's a lot of construction. There's a lot of new stuff happening, you guys. There's a lot of refurbishment going on. Um, but my family has been very much Tron focused, very much uh, Journey of Water focused because of Moana. Um, but that's us. So that's really all the news that I have honestly been listening to and trying to keep an eye on. And truly, there's so many other updates. There's so much stuff going on that's coming back. Happily Ever After is coming back to Magic Kingdom, I think in April or May, unfortunately, right after we're there. But, there's a lot that I have to unpack and go over with our last trip, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it day by day, just like when we came back from our last trip a couple years ago. But I thought it was really important to try to give somebody some insight on the Disney Genie Plus and the Lightning Lane Plus. So do with that what you will. We love y'all. We hope you had wonderful holidays, and we are so glad to be in 2023. And we'll see y'all real soon.